What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Hope you guys are well. Wait for some of y'all to jump into the chat. I got every cup in my every cup in my house up in this bitch. Just wait for y'all to come on in the door. Be patient. I didn't pick a popular topic today, so I figured there would be less people who didn't want to chop it up with your boy, Fanon. Martin is my actual name. But want to get out here on this morning, this Monday morning, and talk to you about the most fun thing that I saw over the weekend in the sport of boxing. And it was Jermell Charlo with Jaron, Ennis, and Virgil Ortiz. That was not something, well, they've been talking about it for a while, at least Jermell Charlo has. So I'm hoping that we can soon see Jermell Charlo, who said boxing is not a team sport, get in a situation where he can fight one of these guys, and he can fight one of these guys very, very, very quickly. Also, we'll talk about the Shakur Stevenson, Tefimo Lopez card in some detail today. We'll go through them, as well as talking about a series of other things that transpired over the weekend, like Gary Russell Jr. exposing Shakur and how Tefimo Lopez can beat him, and Clarissa Shields getting busted impersonating herself. Brian Norman. I want to talk about Brian Norman getting with Derek James. Also, Shakur Stevenson. Can he get Tefimo Lopez out of there in under 8 rounds? And Eddie Hearn. Last but not least, Eddie, or maybe we'll start with this first and work backwards. Eddie Hearns ain't got no love for AJ. He wants AJ back out there fighting like a good boy. He wants AJ out there fighting like a good boy. I'm reading between the lines of what you said, Eddie. I'm reading behind the line, in between the lines. He said he went and talked to AJ, and AJ's resilience is amazing. And he'll keep us up to date as to what he's doing. Yeah, is AJ going to continue to make Eddie Hearn money by getting punched upside the head? Eddie Hearn wants him to get punched upside the head some more times very, very, very badly. Oh, man, we live in a dog-eat-dog world. Now, while I do support AJ coming back to the sport, if he feels like coming back to the sport, and getting a couple more paydays, fighting Tyson Fury and getting beat, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? But let me say what's up to the people. That we got 88 people in the house. Please hit the like button if you would not mind, or support the channel, man. We've got financial goals that we're trying to make today. If you can tip in, please tip in, and tip in with a question. That would be greatly appreciated. Contrell LeGrew, what's up? Gabe Toss in the building. Rich L in the building. Richie LCMD. Thrilled to Life in the building. What's going on? Lutz Beauty. Good morning. Zacharias. Good morning. Marcus the Villain. Clarity Whistler. Low quality beard. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Jermell in the building said, I think it is a terrible idea to fight Boots or Virgil after being inactive for a year. I don't. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a marvelous idea. If he's ready to go, he's ready to go. The man's got over 30-something plus professional fights. He wants to go right at Jermell. Let him go right at Jermell. Why would anybody want to get in the middle of that fight? I'm sorry. That makes no sense to me. Really. Naz said Charlo is not on either one of their levels, period. That's absolutely ridiculous. Jermell Charlo was the only one of them to be an undisputed champion in the weight class that we're talking about. He has one loss. He has 2 losses. One he avenged, and the other one was against Canelo Alvarez at 168. You cut it a break, okay? Give me a break. There's always a reason for a PBC fighter not to have a fight. I understand that full well. There's always going to be a reason that you guys think that a PBC fighter should not be able to get into a fight, because you're probably trying to get some money, trying to set up somebody else to get in a fight. Leave that shit alone today, okay? I don't want to hear any excuses for why Jermell Charlo does not deserve a fight with a guy, Virgil Ortiz, who's still a prospect. because he's never fought for a championship ever. But an undisputed champion isn't qualified to fight Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz just fought Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin has been beat by everybody and their mama. But yet it's okay for him to fight him? Give me a break. Who in the heck has Jaron Ennis fought yet that is of the quality of Jermell Charlo? Nobody. Kara Kukadajin, who you never heard before in your life, can fight him, but Jermell Charlo can't. I just find it mighty convenient how often people come up with reasons why a PBC fighter can't have a fight. Beat it with that dumb shit. I fully support Jermell Charlo going right into the ring with him. He's 35 years old, 36 years old. What the fuck is he supposed to do? Sit around for 5 years, work his way back up through the ranks? Get out of here. You guys take fights with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson can be off 2 decades and come back and fight somebody like Jake Paul, and everybody celebrates it. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that shit. As long as you guys are fine with Anthony Joshua breaking the jaw of Jake Paul, Anderson Silva fights, I'm not trying to hear that, man. That dude can fight, man. And you guys are just trying to stand in the way of his money, man. What's up, Marcus Bridges said, I'm back. I've been training somebody for over a month. Hey, man, congratulations on that. Who was the white dude you held hands with in the park last night, bro? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Rocco McBride, what's going on, man? Zulu Lion in the building. What's up, man? Coach Carter, what's up, man? What's going on? D-Balling in the building. Ralph Chestnut in the building. What's going on, man? Coach Chris, what's up? Yeah. No rage baiting, bro. I don't care. And by the way, if somebody asked me a stupid question, I would appreciate if the wrenches could block them. Because in 2026, I'm not giving you guys a lot of space, okay? I'm not. I saw your boy, B-side bum-ass, fucking goofball-ass Claymore Reigns sitting over there on the boxing voice like a fucking sideshow Bob. I saw your boy Claymore Reigns sitting over there looking like a goofball on mic number 3 for somebody for Ness. You did all that shit to be a step and fetch for Ness. You guys are some fucking goofballs, bro. Anyway, like I said, I'm not trying to hear none of that bullshit you niggas are trying to kick, okay? Now put it in the comment section, man. Put it in the super chat if you wouldn't mind. We need support on the channel. So if you're gonna troll and all that shit, do it in the super chat. All right, pay your fair fee. All right, pay it. Support the channel like you know you're supposed to, because you guys are over there faking shit. I ain't no seaside nigga. Okay, if you guys acted like you had some damn sense, then maybe we could work together and we could all make some money, and you wouldn't have to Claymore the bum on your shit, bro. Jermell said he been D-Mike over there for weeks, said Gap 2 doesn't go live much anymore. Look, man, it's tough out here, bro. You can't squeeze that money through it. He was over there defending Turkey. Ness was tearing him up. Hey, I didn't listen, man. Anyway, I didn't listen, man. I ain't got no problem with Ness. I ain't got no problem with any of them, dog. I'm just saying, look, dog, look. 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 I appreciate y'all coming to the live, and I want to make friends in 2026. Okay? I want to make friends with everybody in boxing in 2026. Even Devin Haney and Bill Haney, I'm willing to just let that shit go, and let's talk about making some good American fights, okay? As much as I would like Devin Haney not to be in the picture, his big bullet head ass is going to be in the picture for a while. So look, man, we're going to talk about this guy's fights. We're going to get more centered on boxing and the sport of boxing. I did watch something I want. What's up, Hector Solis in the building? Ness and MF Informer. Look, man. Hey, man, somebody got to tell on him. Hey, somebody said Ness is an informer, bro. Look, somebody got to snitch. Somebody got to do the snitching, bro. Hector Solis, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to Hector Solis. Hold on, man. Happy birthday, Hector. Happy birthday, Hector Solis. Hector, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. Clarissa Wild, she's her own friend and had her own. Hey, Rocco, that shit was hilarious, bro. Clarissa got busted trolling herself, bro. Clarissa Shields, I forgot to say that shit. Clarissa Shields impersonates herself, bro. Hey, bro. Clarissa Shields impersonated her. This is what she's accused of doing. She's accused. Hey, man, no worries, Hector, man. Happy birthday to you, brother. Happy birthday to you, man. Yeah. I hope Boots takes his time and don't be rushed into nothing. Look, I want Boots to fight Jermell Charlo. That is a great fight for Boots. Jermell Charlo. Look, man, I need a superstar in the sport of boxing, bro. Okay? Says shit was so weird. Hey, man, the GWOAT called in to defend herself. Hey, shit, this nigga has to know I'm on my live stream. Sorry about that. I had to talk to my son. Do you like the undercard for the Steph Lopez fight? I do. Let me pull that undercard up. I do like that undercard. For the yeah, I do. Day Walker, yeah, I do like it. I like the fight. I can't lie. I'm amped up about this fight with Tefimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. To be quite honest with you, I like both fighters. I like Tefimo Lopez and I like Shakur Stevenson. I know that Tefimo Lopez has said some shit that it was dumb to say, but I can't lie, dog. In the back of my mind, I kind of like the kid. I think he's got some racist ideals in his head, like a lot of people do, or what, you know, some dumbass shit that he thinks, dumbass shit that he says. But just the way that he comes off as a person, he strikes me as if he's a pretty decent human being. You know what I mean? There's some guy, you know, like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. There can be, you can do dumb shit and it could make me want to slap you in the mouth. But that doesn't mean I don't think you're a decent guy. When I was in undergrad, there were several guys who were from Los Angeles, and they and I never got along at all the entire time we were there. It was like they were, matter of fact, several of them were alphas, and I was a kappa. So, you know, just generally speaking, we're not going to get along all that. Our groups would have a tendency to fight with each other as quick as we be cool with each other. So anyway, you see him later on in life, man. You're like, man, it's a cool dude, man. You know what I mean? When all the childish stuff gets put to the side, you know what I mean? And, you know, I think the same thing at Tefimo Lopez. I think Tefimo Lopez in his heart is a decent human being. You know what I mean? And I like him. Same thing with Shakur Stevenson, man. I think in his heart, he's a decent human being. So I want to support him. You know? Fern, what up, man? He said, hey, let's start the day off right, man. Thank you, brother, for the support, man. It really makes a big difference to the channel. It really does, especially now with American boxing being on its ass so badly. You know what I mean? It's I fuck with Shakur. Yeah, I like Shakur, man. I like Shakur as a person. I like Shakur as a fighter. I can understand why people are not necessarily in love with Shakur. I can understand that because, you know, Shakur does flip-flop in what he's saying. And I think a lot of that comes from him trying to be, you know, he's playing a role on television a little bit, you know? Oh, yeah, I saw that Fern. Jermell Herring just won his first bare knuckle boxing in the bare knuckle what is this, bare knuckle fighting championships or something? Oh, congratulations, Jermell Herring. I saw that. I heard they paying good money for those guys to get in there, man. Fanon, do you know of any up-and-coming American heavyweight boxers that we should be looking for? There's a name of about 3. I'll get you their names, but nah, man, it's real thin in the heavyweight division in the United States. But yeah, there's several, but they have not made it to major television yet. So I've not committed their names to memory. But there's several amateurs, super heavyweight amateurs that just got signed. You know. Yeah, that's BFK is a good organization. Austin Trout is a champion over there too. Good for them, man. Hey, man, if that's a way to get some money, get that money. You know what I mean? Throwing them hands, get the money. I'm looking for the return of my guy, Tony Harrison. I know Tony Harrison's not fighting bare knuckle. As somebody else, these guys should be looking forward to at 154 pounds. Really? What's going on, Flawless Mentality? How you feeling, sir? I love bare knuckle fighting championships. Hey, man, you should. Hey, Rocco, hit me up with how I can watch some of that. I might watch some of that. I might watch some of the bare knuckle stuff. I'm going to get more into watching a lot of fights this year. I'm going to try to set a record and watch 200 boxing matches this year. If I can make 200 boxing matches this year, I think that I will be heavily educated and I'll know boxing better than Greg Hackett does. Harrison called out Big Fish. Yeah, man, I would love to see that fight. On the real, though, Jermell, Charlo, and Jaron Ennis, that's the fight that they should just go on ahead and make. I'm telling you, Jaron Ennis spending his time fucking around with Virgil Ortiz is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. Man, Eddie Hearn, call up Jermell, see if Jermell will pop out there and get in the ring with him and get that shit done. Because that's the ticket to stardom for Jaron Ennis. I believe that Jaron Ennis can beat Jermell Charlo. But still, dog, get Jermell Charlo on your resume, bro. If you can beat Jermell, you want Jermell on your resume, bro, before you go in there with Virgil Ortiz. And that way you ain't got to hear no shit about 60-40 or none of that shit from Oscar De La Hoya, man. I'm telling you, that's the fight right there for Jaron Ennis, bro. That's the fight. And anybody saying that they don't want that fight for Jaron Ennis just doesn't want anything good for Jaron Ennis. If somebody is saying that they don't want to see that fight for Virgil Ortiz, oh, that's crazy. If he could get Virgil Ortiz, could get Jermell Charlo on his resume. Kidding me, man? These dudes is offering up, and I'll say pause ahead of time. Dog, man, you trying to get, I'm not even going to say, because I was going to say they offering up their skins, and I know how some of you creepy ass niggas be thinking about shit. The bare knuckle league with the circle ring is the best. 5 2-minute rounds with a lot of action. I can imagine getting your slick, because now I know about some bare knuckle shit. I know about fighting bare knuckle, dog. Dog, you do not want to get hit in the grill. And really, you don't want to hit niggas in the grill too much with bare knuckle, dog. You must be trying to hit dudes in the body a lot. I know they're going for the head, but, you know, for real, man. I'm serious, man. I'm getting back to Jermell Charlo, and I want to debate anybody on that. I will debate you right now for money. You know you guys don't want no smoke with me, man. I know y'all retired, y'all bum-ass niggas. That's why y'all over there on the C mic for the boxing boys. Dog, do you understand, bro, how bad I mopped up Claymore Rain on Just Do Boxing? Dog, do you ever any understanding how I mopped his ass up? That dude is a reputable boxing analyst now. Dog, I monster mashed that dude. I think it was the single most devastating argument. I mean, seriously, I don't think I've ever put a verbal ass whooping on somebody worse than I put on Claymore Rain. Usually I pull punches. I didn't pull shit on his ass. I was going all the way in. Man, Z-side. I totally agree, Fanon. I think Jermell will accept the fight. Yeah, Jermell will take the fight. Man, offer that man that fight. Get that man. He said boxing ain't a team sport. So maybe he's sick of waiting on the PBC to get a fight card together, man. You know what I mean? Go for the juggler, dog. I went for the juggler on that dude. Because I couldn't believe he playing me, bro. Don't try to fucking play me and think I won't come off my platform and fry your ass somewhere else. You out your fucking mind, dog? I will mop your ass. Anywhere. Like, come on, man. You was saying 200 fights in person or no, hell no, TV. 200 fights on TV, man. I can't go see 200 fights in person. That's too much money. That costs way too much money, bro. Way too much money. I can't afford to go to 200 fights. I can barely afford to watch 200 fights with all the damn pay-per-views, the cost of the pay-per-views on these fights. They trying to make people not watch boxing, man. That shit is crazy, bro. Good morning. Hold on, what's happening here? I got something on my screen. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Get on up out of there. Yeah, anyway, I'm serious, man. I'm not trying to play with y'all. I ain't trying to play with y'all at all. 200 fights. I'm trying to watch 200 fights. You know what fight I watched yesterday? The fight that I watched yesterday was Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. I went back and rewatched William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson. And I'm going to tell you right now, Shakur Stevenson talks a lot of shit about how good he is. Bro, I've seen a lot of fighters as good as Shakur Stevenson. I have. Him, for Shakur Stevenson, based off what I saw with William Zepeda, for him to say that he is a better fighter than Muhammad Ali is a absolute craziness. And honestly, man, for him to say that he's a better fighter than Tank off that performance, bro, I can't get with that. Bro, William Zepeda was touching his ass up. And I could clearly understand what they're saying about there's certain shit that you don't see Shakur Stevenson doing. I'm telling you, man, there's a dude that's going to cause him a lot of problems. A volume puncher is going to cause him a lot of problems. The only problem with Tefimo Lopez is not a volume puncher. Tefimo Lopez is going to have to get Shakur Stevenson into exchanges. He's going to have to get Shakur Stevenson into a lot of exchanges for him to have an opportunity to hurt Shakur, because I saw Shakur get hurt with a jab. Like I didn't remember that, man. Shakur Stevenson got hit with a jab in that fight with William Zepeda, maybe around round 6, and he got wobbled with a jab. Now he might have been squaring up a little bit, man, but there was no doubt well, maybe it was a straight right hand, because William Zepeda was because it was a right hand, but William Zepeda is a southpaw. So, man, I'm telling you, I saw him get hurt on that, and I also saw him get hurt with Oscar Valdez. So, you know, there's not as much separation between Shakur Stevenson and these fighters as Shakur Stevenson may let on, man. All is well, Josh says Shakur is overrated, man. I truly believe Tio upsets him. The only way Teofimo Lopez is going to upset him is if Teofimo Lopez can get that man into some exchanges. That's the only way. If he does not get Shakur Stevenson to exchange with him and they're not throwing a lot of shots, then Shakur is just going to have a rhythm where he's going to pot shot. He's just going to pot shot Teofimo Lopez. I mean, and basically control the fight. Teofimo Lopez has got to do something to push forward on Shakur Stevenson, get Shakur Stevenson's back up against the ropes, and you got to do a bit of a pit bull cruise on him, man, and let them punches fly, and trust that your power and your chin are going to be greater than his power and his chin. They're going to have to, they're both counterpunchers, but they can't. I don't think Teofimo Lopez can sit and wait around on him like that. He can't fight him like he did Jermaine Ortiz. He's got to let his hands go on that guy. I know that sounds might sound cliche, but I think that's what it is. He's got to be able to push. Teofimo Lopez got to control the center of the ring, push Shakur Stevenson back up against the ropes, have Shakur Stevenson spend prolonged amounts of time on that rope in that kind of semi-shell that he's doing. Punch up at his elbow, see if he can clip him on the top of the head, straight right hands. You know, that's what I think, you know, in order for him to do anything with him. Because otherwise, Teofimo Lopez is going to get pot shotted, man. Teo had Loma framed, and he may pay when he made him pay when he tried to retreat. Yeah, that's what I think Teo, above everything else, has got to do to Shakur. He's got to be able to push Shakur back. If he cannot push Shakur back, and it's just like it's a prolonged chess match, you're going to see Teofimo Lopez lose that fight to Shakur, because I don't think he can pot shot with Shakur. I don't think his punches are straight enough. One thing I'll say about Shakur Stevenson, man, the beautiful thing about Shakur Stevenson is how crisp and straight his punches are. And even when he tries to hook around your guard, very, very accurate, very, very crisp with it, you know? So, you know what I mean? That's what I think about that particular fight. I'm loving and I got to admit, I really do love the fight card, because I love Teofimo Lopez as a fighter. I love Shakur Stevenson as a fighter. Both of them are really, really terrific. Okay, man, thank you. I sent a Cash App. Oh, man, thank you so much, man. AJ Stang in the building. Thank you, brother. The support is greatly appreciated. Let me check it out on the Cash App, see if it came through. If it did, I appreciate you, man. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Oh, that's it. Hey, my guy, thank you, man. Mr. Jones, why some people putting Shakur over Ali is crazy. Why would you put Shakur Stevenson over Muhammad Ali? That shit is never going to happen. Shakur Stevenson is already like 26 years old, bro. You get the fuck out of here. It's already over with. You know what I'm saying? Like the career, it's no way he can catch him. Delvon Stewart said he's Floyd Mayweather all over. No, I don't think he is. He's not as aggressive as Floyd. He's not as aggressive as Floyd. Floyd will walk you down, bro. Floyd had many, many looks, man. Floyd Mayweather will walk you straight down. He'll fight on the back foot. Floyd Mayweather is man, seriously, man, he's like the perfect fighter. And from what I saw, Floyd, he's like the perfect fighter. Now, there is a lot of similarities that I see. Who the fuck put Shakur over Muhammad Ali? Shakur. Shakur did. Because Shakur thinks that just saying he's better than somebody is keeping his mindset where it needs to be, that he's never going to admit that anybody's better than him. He's got that shit locked in his brain. You know, same thing as Ali said that. Ali said the same. I mean, he felt the same way, but to say it and to believe it are two different things. I don't think these little ass dudes believe that shit. I don't believe it. You're too little to believe that shit. You're too little to believe that nobody can beat you. No, you know you don't. You know damn well somebody can beat you if they sneak your ass easy enough. That's kind of why I like something that Terrence Crawford said about stuff that goes on in the fighting in the streets. He said, just because you're a boxer doesn't mean you're going to win every street fight. Because if somebody gets the drop on you and is like, pop, 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 that's your ass if they get the drop on you, you know? To the beautiful Barbara D. Good morning to the beautiful Barbara D. Shakur really bumped his damn head if he thinks for a second he's close to Ali. No, he's really not. As a fighter, you're definitely not. Definitely not, bro. Definitely not. You're definitely much more cookie cutter. The thing with Muhammad Ali is Muhammad Ali was unique. He was unique, which makes him very, very hard to fight because he's unique. You guys think because somebody is cookie cutter that is how they wind up being so everything starts working better for them because they're so cookie cutter. And if they fight just like this and they never make a mistake, or I'm trying to tell you, man, you guys going to wind up getting broken down by somebody awkward. Like what happened to my guy, Adrian Bronner, man. He popped up with Marcus Maidana, and that was it. And all of a sudden, he wasn't like that no more. Facts, my kicks are as fast as an MJ. For real, you can kick. I used to be able to kick fast like that. I used to be kick as an MJ as a jab. Nah, my kicking was never as fast as a jab, but I used to be able to kick extremely fast. Definitely could pop you in the chin very fast with a roundhouse or a side kick, or a front kick. Yeah, I used to be able to do that when I was like 17, 16. I used to have feet that were that fast. Definitely kick the shit out you. Definitely kick the shit out you. Anyway, so Gervonta's trained. So Shakur, what needs to happen for Shakur Stevenson to stop Tefimo Lopez inside of 8 rounds? Shakur Stevenson is going to have to walk down Tefimo Lopez. Imagine Ant-Man saying he's better than Jordan. He already did. Man, let me tell you something. He already did say he was better than Jordan, didn't he? Didn't Anthony Edwards already say he's better than Jordan when he better sit his ass down? Bro, these niggas need to look at you. You better watch YouTube. Dog, let me tell you something. If you look at the Michael Jordan clips on YouTube, you know he's better than y'all. All y'all got to do is watch his video footage, bro. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all can't fuck with that boy. That dude was putting mid-ranges, threes, everything on you, dude. The dude is going to the lane. The dude is finishing anywhere around the hoop. The dude is finishing at the line. He's clutch as it comes. Man, hell no. You forget about and the clutch part, bro. The money part of it. You forget that he's money. Hell no. Y'all go back and watch him. You guys don't believe he's better than them. Y'all don't. The basketball players talking that shit are just too busy to actually go back and watch the tape. Just like y'all niggas talking about you better than Ali are too busy to go watch the tape and realize that man is 6'4", 210 pounds, throwing shots like that and moving like that, bro. You understand how big he is and what them little shots that you think don't matter are doing to people's heads? That dude's jab is going to land on you like that. I tried to tell my son about Mike. His retort is always Mike faced inferior competition. Hey, you know how you beat your son at that argument? Ask him to name him. Ask him to name him. You know what you should tell him? You should say, bullshit. The league was better because back then, them Eastern Europeans couldn't make squads. Eastern Europeans used to not be able to make the squad. Now these dudes is taking over the league on you clowns. You better get out of here, dog. They softened up the rules for y'all. And black fighters and black basketball players are still dominating this and are still dominating the league. Ali fought Liston twice. Ali said he was scared out of his skin. His blood pressure and heart rate was up. And look what he did. I'm telling you, that man was clutch. I'm telling you, that man was what you call clutch. Muhammad Ali's clutch. You guys ain't even been in a clutch fight yet. Y'all ain't faced nobody. There was no big threat to y'all where everybody thought that you were going to lose. You guys haven't even fought on the big stage yet. All you're doing is looking at the angles and stuff of their punches and not taking into consider the magnitude of the fight and the fact that none of these guys had cookie cutter styles. You know what I mean? Troy said no one took Truck. No, he took over after 12 games. What is that? Anyway, there's no comparison between these dudes, man. I'm a black dude from New Orleans, and I'm here to say the best NBA player right now is a U2. Who is this? Is a YT? Oh, is a Yike boy? And I'm here. I don't know who the best player in the league is. I have no idea. I don't pay attention. I doubt he is. I bet he's in the best situation. And basketball is a team sport. You got to have somebody put in that situation. Luka ain't the best in the league, man. That fat boy can't play no D. Luka ain't playing no D, man. I ain't trying to hear jack shit about Luka. I ain't trying to hear nothing about Luka. Luka can't play defense. So when Luka can play some defense, then I'll try to hear something about Luka. But Luka can shoot the rule, man. Anyway, look, man, he may be. They could be the greatest. They can be. They can be. Who knows? He lead in steals. Yeah, because he's always pot shotting and always jumping lanes. He stays, so what? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He can't guard one-on-one. He's jumping through lanes. He's sitting there. Because he ain't playing on his own man, probably. If he leads in steals, he probably leads off trying to jump passing lanes and shit like that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? If that's how he's leading it doing that. He's not leading it like straight up stealing the ball, like man on man, pop, give me that shit. Mike is one-on-one, lock me down, pop, give me that shit. Quiet as kept. Michael Jordan is so cold that I'm just telling you, bro, we know how people pad stats. We know how you get your stats, bro. You know what I mean? Jumping them lanes, making a ton of mistakes, but your coach is going to let you get away with the mistakes because you scoring on the other end, you know? But anyway, it is what it is. I don't have anything against Eastern European basketball players. Eastern European fighters are very good. Eastern European fighters be whooping people's asses all the time. You fuck around and get in a fight with the wrong Eastern European, they'll whoop your ass. Like, for example, let's take back to Eastern European boxers like Karen Kukadashian. What do you think the chances are of Devin Haney defending his title against Karen Kukadashian? Dog, I would do anything to see a seriously. Since we're calling for fights and things, we need to call for the fight and say, I need a fight between Karen Kukadashian and Devin Haney. Luka's good. Yeah, man. They're great, man. What's his name? What's his name? What's Big Boy's name for Denver? Jokic. Jokic is cool. Is cold too. You know what I mean? But you never know who really the best player in the league is unless it's really, really, really obvious. You know what I mean? Personally, I just think it's, it is what it is. What's good for now? What's going on, Virgil Wembley? How you feeling today, bro? Hope you well, man. Hope you well. You trying to get him a black? Who's that? I'm trying to get who a black guy? Devin might lose. Oh, yeah, you talking, man. Look, man. Let's get Devin to fight. U.S. down bad. Man, honestly, bro, we're not down bad. Bro, we got an amazing amount of champions in the United States. An amazing amount, considering all the dumb shit Americans do to American fighters. We've got so many sellout Americans. We got so many sellout Americans, bro. So many sellout Americans, bro. So many sellout Americans. So many sellout Americans in the media who don't do anything but dump on American fighters and promote foreign fighters because these foreign fighters are letting them get a little cut of the money on the way in the door, aren't they? Cad C is the truth. Who is that? Oh, you talking about boxing? No, US ain't down bad as long as there's an NBA. Man, please, man. They just want the international dollar or whatever. I don't care. I enjoyed my football game last night. My Bears lost, but I really enjoyed the game. Man, my guy Caleb Williams that dude is cold, bro. Caleb Williams is cold, bro. I'm going to watch every game next year. He's got a fan out of me, bro. He's got a fan out of me, man. I'm telling you, Caleb Williams has got a fan for life out of me, bro, after watching that game. I am so happy, man. I'm fucking with Caleb Williams. We're going to get a Super Bowl out of Caleb. Soon as we get a defense. Yeah, man, they said we got to surround him. They got a lot of offense. We just need to get us a line, man. We got to get us a defensive line. We need a Bears-style defensive line. When we get a defensive line, that's that ass. Because we got cornerbacks and all of that. Yeah, man. Yeah, it said Caleb Williams showed out this year. He made me a believer. Let me tell you something, dog. I'm fucking with him, man. I am. Y'all naming a dude who took years to develop when Luka came in smoking shit from year one, bro. Luka was playing pro when he was 16 years old. He had plenty of lead in. Those guys don't go to college. Nate Jeff said, what up, man? He's Nate Jeff, thank you for the color in the chat, man. So what's good for nine? Team Boots 100, but Team Boots 100%. But versus Charlo, I'm not sure what that says. What is that? You don't know? Hey, look, I want to see. Hey, I'm telling you, that's the best fight that you can get for him. I'm telling you, for Jaron Ennis' career, the best fight that he could possibly get right now is Jermell Charlo. There's not a better fighter to get than Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo will be a fight that will sell big time. The fight will be an exciting fight. You know full well Jermell Charlo is coming to fight. You know that it's going to give Jaron, he's going to press Jaron. That's the highest level fighter Jaron has ever been in the ring with. That's what he needs to do. Fuck that Virgil Ortiz and running behind Virgil Ortiz. None of those dudes want that fight, man. If Jaron Ennis really wants it, if Jermell Charlo really wants it, Jaron Ennis should aim for Jermell Charlo for sure. Nah, man, Jermell better go to 160. He hasn't fought at 54 in 4 years. He'll be 36. Yeah, man, if he wants him, he said he can make the weight. Let him make the weight. I'm not trying to do that shit. I'm sorry to Cadenas. No. Fight the guy, man. What's he going to? He's 36 years old, so he wanted to move to 160 and fight some fucking killers at a weight class he never fought at before. There's just as many. He can get fucked up at 160. No, man, make the fight with Jaron. If he can win the fight, let him get the fight, bro. Man, Turkey and Dana are not going to do shit. Turkey and Dana are not going to do shit. You saw the card that Turki and Dana that Turki and Dana are putting on that introductory fight. Man, that shit is garbage. They're not trying to do anything big. It's going to take them years for that. The problem with Turki Alashik is that Turki Alashik is going to buy fights in Saudi Arabia and prevent American fighters from fighting in America because the American fighters are going to go overseas to get bigger paydays overseas. And that's why these top ranking, these guys are all sending their fighters over there because they're getting big chunks of money for sending them over there, which is depleting the fights that are taking place in the United States. I'm just saying, I'm not that impressed. Yeah, they don't have a great stable of fighters yet. I mean, they could get them. And if they got a great stable of fighters, so be it. You know, like if everybody signed with Dana White, and it's not, I don't get this shit. The backers are not Turki Alashik. The backers are an investment fund. If the investment fund is funding that, they're funding it and they're going to try to make money. They're not investing that money to lose money. So they're going to continue to try to make money. They're not trying to lose money. I think Turki Alashik is a fraud. I mean, I've been maintaining that. This shit doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'll continue to say Turki's name to represent that shit. But it does make sense that Claymore Reigns' ass would be over there on the seaside because at least that shit means dude is backing up a little bit. Fonz B said they saying Zufta got Jai Opatai. Yeah, dog. If anything, that just fucked over the zone. I think they were investing a lot of money in Jai Opatai. But I don't get the big deal with Jai. I mean, Jai Opatai is a good fighter. He's fun to watch. You know what I mean? Jai Opatai is a good fighter, but how you selling Jai Opatai in the United States? That I don't get, bro. That I don't get. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for putting some color in the chat. Thank y'all for chopping it up with me on these very, very dry. This not dry boxing times. Let me get a link up in here, man. If anybody wants to chop it up with your boy. Man, what a wonderful world, bro. I can't believe I got up and saw Claymore Reigns on the Boxing Voice, bro. That dude is just a prostitute. Like, man, that right there, boy. I get it, man. Oh, my God, man. David Benavidez is linked to new Zufta boxing venture, which is part of how is David Benavidez linked to the new Zufta boxing venture, which is part of TKO Group Holdings. Why is David Benavidez listed to it? Man, if David Benavidez goes to Zufta boxing, well, right now they're not paying. I don't think right now they're paying that league shit. I mean, if David Benavidez goes over there to fight Jai Opatai, I mean, that's a big win for him if they get David Benavidez. I'm going to watch it if they get David Benavidez. You know, David Benavidez said that he's trying to do David Benavidez promotions, though. You know, hey, what's up, 2 Cent? How you feeling? Fanon, they're going that he's the next Usyk. I mean, how's he going to be the next fucking Usyk? I mean, that's fine. They can be the next Usyk. Look, I just want to see some good fights. What up, 2? Man, I got 2 Cent here helping me out. What up, 2 Cent?
What's going on, Martin? How's it going?
I'm well. Good to see you. Or good to hear you anyway. Good to hear you.
Yeah, I got some time today. I can hop up. I don't got to be in the chat.
Yes, ma'am. What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. It's just, I guess it's like a little transition time in boxing. It's a little slow right now, but I think it's weird that it's slow right now because I was doing my show last night. You know, on Sundays I go over the news and announce all the fights. It's a lot of fights coming up. How is it so dry?
How are they?
I said it's a ton of fights coming up. How is everything so dry? It's weird. You know, it's like it's a ton of fights on the 31st. Then you got the fights coming up in February. And I'm just like, why does it feel like there's nothing going on right now? Like
because there's no stars. I'm telling you, because there's no stars.
And I just want to, and I keep pointing this out to people, the fact that Turki Alashik has been successful in bottoming out the American market. Think about it, Fanon. This is what I tell people to try to get them to see it. Y'all are currently telling us that Javante Tank Davis is tied up in legal things. He got whatever he got going on. He's champion in recess now. His next fight gonna be in court. So we can take him out the equation. They're trying to convince us that our American superstars are undercard fighters that can't sell. These are our superstars now, and with that statement alone, and with them doing that alone, I don't think that they realize that just shows that Turki Alashik has succeeded. He succeeded. You're telling me that T.O. allegedly T.O. and Shakur are going to get $9 million for this fight? That is crazy.
Who's getting
Where
$9 million?
T.O. and Shakur are allegedly getting $9 million guaranteed for this fight.
Each.
That's what I heard.
Who said that shit?
You know, it's on the YouTube streets for now. I think it was actually a credible somebody that put it on Twitter. I can't remember who it was, but they're
$9 million. They're getting $9 million a piece.
Allegedly.
These dudes, man. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And I just wanted to make that my point that Turki Alashik has bottomed out the market. Pretty much everything I've said has came true. Now it's harder to make regular competitive fights. Jermaine Ortiz wants $7 million to fight Boots. That's just a regular competitive fight. That ain't no big money fight. It ain't no. I mean, it's a quote unquote big fight, but it ain't a big money fight. You feel what I'm saying? So how do you want $7 million just to fight a competitive fight in your weight division? So that's what's happening now. It's going to be very rare that we get quote unquote fights we want to see because people are going to want so much money. Why do you want $7 million guaranteed? You want $7 million guaranteed. You've never been a champion. You've never been on pay-per-view. You don't sell out in your hometown. You don't do anything to check any boxes to ask for that amount of money. But yet that's what's stopping the fight from happening. Allegedly. Now, honestly, I think Oscar and his manager playing games and that they trying to get more money from Turkey to make that fight. I honestly think that's what's going on.
Look, that's what happens in a marketplace when you do the shit. When you raise the prices and you start hiring people, if one company, I used like say it's a project manager. If the going rate is $100,000 for project managers, and you get one company that starts paying people $250,000. Everybody's going to go work for the one that's paying $250,000, and it's going to create a glut in employment for the other ones. Eventually, though, that is going to drive these other people out of business because they can't compete with the prices. And then the ones that are selling it for $250 are going to cut the bottom out of the people that they're working with and replace them with lower price workers. That's exactly what is going to happen. And the only people that are going to survive that is, like I said before, people that operate at a profit, because you have to continue to operate at a profit until the market bottoms the fuck out. And there is absolutely plenty of historical evidence for wages dropping out of the bottom after people in certain fields were used to getting paid a lot of money. There's in the medical field, their doctors were getting paid a ton of money. And then what happens? They find a way to stop paying you that much money because you were getting overpaid. And now you're the person to cut out. Absolutely. They have they've right now created an expectation of people's value that is totally separate from the amount of revenue being brought in, because these people are getting paid by people who want to lose money. They can want to lose money for multiple reasons at the same time, but that's what they want to do. They're operating at a loss so that people cannot make small profits, because none of these guys are making, the promotional companies are like Oscar De La Hoya. His worth does not come from his boxing. Al Heyman's worth doesn't solely come from boxing. None of these most of these managers and promoters are coming from some other industry where they make their primary money and are making secondary money in the sport of boxing. Like, I know people that worked with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya's got so much money just sitting on him, that he doesn't really care about the economic impact of Golden Boy. So these people are not going to start losing their own money. They're going to scale back their operations and not compete with that, and just let the fighters go run wild over there with those guys and get set up if you want to get set up, and it's going to be what it is. But yeah, that's what they wanted to do. That's what they said that they were going to do, and that's what they're not, and that's what they're trying to do, even all the way to the point of trying to shut down American stars. Like, I saw as soon as and I mean this, like, seriously, these guys are frauds. As soon as I saw that Jermell Charlo said that he would be willing to fight Virgil Ortiz or Virgil Ortiz or Jaron Ennis, I knew right then that they were going to try to shut that fight down. I knew right away exactly who to go to see what they were going to say about that. What they're going to say, oh, it's been 3 years. No, that's a terrible fight. Yeah, well, surprise, surprise. People that don't like fucking fights, that say something bad about the Charlos, every fucking time if a month goes by, there's going to be a fucking anti-Charlo piece. There's going to be an Arrow piece. There's going to be anti-Gervonta pieces, because those guys sold the fuck out to them people over there, and they sold out fighters. And again, yeah, y'all kind of fucking deserve that shit. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, man, that's where I'm getting to. Like, look, man, until this shit's got to bottom all the fucking way out before you guys realize that they really are putting the whole sport at risk. And American boxing, it's like they just want our money, but they don't want us to enjoy our fighters. It's crazy. Anyway, that's my take on it. Dean, what's going on, Dean?
What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Hey, Fanon, I wanted to say, I thought Turkey saving boxing. It ain't supposed to be no dry spots. Ain't that what they told us a year or two ago? That with Turkey, it ain't gonna be no dry spot. Boxing's supposed to be popping. What happened, y'all? What happened to that? Y'all was shaking. Y'all was holding them in hand. Y'all was saying, just go to Turkey. You want to get it popping? Go to Turkey. That's what
They
y'all
was twerking
told
for
us.
Turkey, Dean.
They was twerking
Hey,
for
y'all good
Turkey.
for a couple minutes. I'll be right back if y'all are.
Go ahead, no problem.
You
Y'all was
good?
Turkey.
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
good.
was y'all was twerking for Turkey, and it's okay. There ain't supposed to be no dry spots in boxing. Let y'all tell it. It's supposed to be the best it ever was. He was supposed to be saving boxing. But as we see, we in another year dealing with the same stuff that we've been dealing with. Can't get fights marinating, all of that unification stuff y'all was saying. Did y'all know that we ain't getting no unifications at 135, 140? We did in Jaron Boots Ennis at 147, and y'all crapped all over that. Y'all ain't even care about that. 154, 160. So I'm just saying, I thought he was supposed to be saving boxing. Y'all, that's what y'all was telling us. So for it to ever be a dry spot, then that means he's not saving boxing. Correct, people? If there is dry spots in boxing, and we was complaining about dry spots in boxing before Turkey got here, why are we complaining about dry spots in boxing with Turkey here? Y'all told me he had unlimited funds, 2 Cent. That's what they said. They said the man had unlimited funds. That's what they told me. I want to see him put it to use. Why we not getting Virgil and Boots and Shakur and Tanks and why we not getting David Benavidez and Bivol? Like, this was all Canelo, Benavidez. We were supposed to be getting all this. That's what y'all told us. We ain't getting nothing but some pretty good fights that we've been getting before Turkey got here. Let's tell the truth. And we got 2 undisputeds. That's it. That's my point on it for now. Y'all go ahead.
All two undisputed fights and some mediocre fights, Dean, to destroy the American market. And I really I can't, I don't want to use the word respect, because that's not the word I want to use. I'm not sure what word I want to use for now. Maybe you could help me out. But the people that was champion on this, and not even like, oh, maybe I was unclear what's going to happen, they wouldn't even listen or try to understand the perspective of what people were trying to say of the long-term effect that this could possibly have on American boxing. They kept trying to say, oh, boxing is worldwide. So because boxing is worldwide, let's destroy it in our country. I don't understand what that
And how you
means.
know, and 2 Cent, you want to know why they are at fault for it? Because they all jumped on Turkey. But for now, you listen to Oscar, and he was talking about us and PBC and Top Rank gonna come together and get back great American boxing. That's what he said, for now. But y'all was the same promoters that was jock riding Turkey, though. Now you care about American boxing. Why? Because he stopped cutting that check because Chris Maddox said that you beefing with Turkey, so now you care about American boxing, the greatest fighters in the world. That's what you said, Oscar. Now I ain't mad at the move, Fanon. My thing is we've been telling you all this. Don't try to see, Fanon. You want to know what I don't like about boxing? We'll make points, right? And then it
Mhm.
happens. And then people will say you hating on fighters when you start gloating like I do, talking about ride again. You know, catch weights and rehydration clauses. Remember belts and all that until Terrence Crawford told you the belts don't mean shit. Now, y'all, the belts don't mean shit. But when Earl and Tank said that, y'all wasn't trying to hear context. Look, rehydration clauses, catch weights, y'all didn't want context. What 2 Cent said about saving boxing, it was international. Shout out to Fanon International Boxing. But now those same
Hey
promoters,
man,
Fanon,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I contemplate every day taking the international out that bitch. Every day. I'll be like, man, I need to cut that name the fuck up out of there, dog. Seriously, bro. Fuck that international shit. I mean it. Like, you got these dudes just see the guy who I do like. I ain't seen in a while because I probably did go in on him kind of hard because he keeps fucking over Deontay. But Joe A, shout out to Joe A if you're listening. They see the United States as a marketplace. They see at us as something to sell their product to. That's why it was like when he said the United States is the world's biggest marketplace. See, we don't think of the United States as a marketplace. This is our home. This is where we're from. And when we see entertainment, I don't see the Bears, like what was going on with the Bears, as a monetary thing. I see it as a pride thing because I'm from Chicago, right? That's why I'm looking at the Bears. That's why people look at the Falcons. That's why people look at, you have pride in that particular team. They just see the United States as a marketplace, as a way to sell their gadgets. Let's bring a basketball player from our country over there and play in the NBA and sell this European basketball to Americans. They want to sell Liam Perro to Americans. They want to sell Anthony Joshua to Americans. They want to sell these people to Americans, but they can't sell it to Americans and have Americans supporting Americans at the same time, which is why they don't want Gervonta to do well. They didn't want Deontay to do well. They didn't want Errol to do well. They love that Canelo does well because that means international can come in and take the money out because it's a marketplace for Canelo. It's a marketplace for Lomachenko. It's a marketplace. It's to come into and take money out of, right? That's so what they did is they have a marketplace over there in Saudi Arabia where they pay more money than they do in Great Britain, and it ruined them right away. I mean, it got rid of UK boxing. UK boxing's in fucking shambles compared to where that shit was a couple years ago. And that is why fucking Eddie Hearn is over. Well, first of all, Eddie Hearn just got cocky and thought he was going to take over the world. You know, like, nah, then he had to bring in more and more and more money because it's a fucking bottomless. Anyway, they absolutely positively
Are
see
they
us.
running like a pyramid scheme type of thing? Like, what is the structure of it? Because I'm trying to I'm sorry, Fun. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No worries.
But
Go ahead.
that question just popped in my head because that leads me to my next point. Like, I don't understand how people are so okay with Dana White coming in. It's one thing he want to come in and do the Zuffa thing, but I don't understand how people are like, yeah, Dana White gonna come in, he gonna fix boxing, he gonna revolutionize. And I'm like, Dana White, guys. Like, I don't. How is this? How are y'all even like, yeah, Dana, when the man is literally in legal trouble right now? He's literally in legal trouble right now for the things that he did at the UFC. And he's talking about changing rules and changing the ring. And it's funny to me how it's mainly these hardcore fans that's champion on the Dana and the TKO and the change boxing and all of that. But the hardcores are okay with him changing the traditional sport of boxing, making up rules, changing the ring shape and size and all of this other stuff. It's just very contradictory. It doesn't make any sense to me. And so I'm wondering this $7 billion that Dana got, because for now, somebody told me that all they need to do is throw the event to make the money. The event doesn't necessarily have to be profitable, because what they're making the money off of is actually throwing the event. Like, the person that does this gets paid, that's my company. The person that does this get paid, that's my company. Or they're gonna give me a kickback or some form of something like that.
I mean, yeah, look, the way that I see it all set up is the following. And I could be wrong, take it with a grain of salt. First of all, I don't think Turkey has anything to do with the money getting put into American boxing. I don't believe it, because the message has been too clear from Saudi Arabia itself that the Public Investment Fund is not doing things outside of Saudi Arabia that are not directly related to Saudi Arabia. And they said that the amount of money in the PIF was in trouble because they had overextended themselves. So I don't believe Turki Alashik is what they say Turki Alashik is. I believe the money is coming from hedge funds in the United States. The same hedge fund situation talked about by Terrence Crawford in the Arrows around 2023, 2022, the same time this mysterious hedge fund was founded that is backing TKO, because when the information came out, it's not the Saudis backing TKO. It's a secretive investment group from Beverly Hills that's investing the money in TKO. So right there, you can even see the way Turkey and Dana act with each other. Dana doesn't fucking do what Turkey wants him to do. You can see it. One time at a press conference, Turkey said Dana has a big announcement that he's going to make, and Dana didn't make the announcement. So when I'm looking at, plus I know people around Ari Emanuel and those guys, the last fucking thing they need in this world is money from Saudi Arabia. Like, serious, that's the last shit they need is money. They are fucking dripping in fucking money. So it doesn't make sense that they would do that. But anyway, the report came out. So what I think it is that these are hedge funds. And it's a series of hedge funds that people are using to invest into these different boxing events. Just like there was a hedge fund that was invested with the money in Blue Bloods organized event that had Terrence Crawford fighting David Avanesyan. That was a hedge fund that paid for that, because there was a hedge fund that actually owns BLK Prime, and they didn't sell any tickets to that fight. They didn't sell any pay-per-views on that thing, but yet they still paid out $10 million in money to Terrence Crawford.
So they just needed it. So you know what that sounds like, now that you say that? It sounds like, since Earl didn't want that money, they had to try to throw a fight together so they could find a way to get it.
No, look, yeah, like, well, you could say this, like, well, obviously he's just going to take the money. What they did is they probably gave him more money and told him that you can still make that Errol Spence fight next year. Make this fight now. And they're like, this is $6 million, $7 million free money for David Avanesyan in your own hometown. Why would you keep negotiating with these guys? Or I'll do this. So Blue Blood and these guys got access to, and what's the guy's name? Jamal. What's the guy's name from BLK Prime? Jamal. I want to say his name. It's not Jamal Grooms, but it's something like that. His name is the guy that Adrian Bronner thanked for putting the money together for when Adrian was supposed to fight for BLK Prime, because Adrian was supposed to have a BLK Prime fight too. That money was coming out of hedge funds, just like when Terrence explained that he had $20 million from a hedge fund for himself and $20 million from a hedge fund for Terrence. Because I remember saying, well, if the hedge fund has $40 million, why would they split it evenly between the two? But then you have Terrence, you have Floyd, who is doing business right now, according to Business Insider, with a guy that testified that he gave $60,000 in a Ferragamo bag, along with a few luxury watches in exchange for Teamsters directing $20 million into a hedge fund, and the $20 million hedge fund, $19 million of it disappeared. So you have all this hedge fund activity going on around boxing. At the same time, everybody's saying that there's unlimited fund. So yeah, I don't believe Turki Alashik. I don't.
Hey, Fanon, how long has Turki been in boxing? It's been 2 years now, right?
Something like that, around the same time these hedge funds popped up.
Right. So it's been about 2 years, right? Has boxing got any better, Fanon, in these last 2 years?
No.
Because that means 2024, 2025, neither one of those years was better than 2023, right, Fanon? Neither one. I mean,
I gotta tell you, bro, this shit sucks for America. This last year sucked pretty much. Right. You had big fights. You have a lot of fights that they keep telling you are big. Like, just close your eyes and think that you don't. Arthur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol. They sold that as like the fucking fight. Desmond Grums, thank you. They sold that shit like it's the fight of the century. Nigga, 99.9% of Americans have never heard of either one of them. Meanwhile, when you look at what was happening with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, which was completely organic, people couldn't stop talking about this shit for 3 years. They want to replace organic fights that people just want by shutting the shit down every fucking time and giving us fighters that they can get paid for. They just want the fighters to get the fights that they can get the money from. Because if Ness, and if Ness can get paid $20,000 off a fight, I'm just saying it happened. I'm not saying it did happen, but other people can get $15,000 for this fighter and $15,000 from the fighter, $15,000 from the promoter. That's $30,000 that you can hit on just one fight on a card. So why in the world would you spend your time during the daytime using your influence to support Gervonta when you're not getting any of that? But you can get $30,000 if you can arrange a fight for Karen Kukadashian. Like, that's what I see.
Fanon, the crazy part is the whole premise of Turki being here was supposed to be better. So that means that it hasn't gotten better and he hasn't saved boxing. That's the only point I was trying to point out. So the last 2 years, boxing has not got better and he has not saved it. But remember, Fanon, that was their whole premise when he first got here. When people was up here every day and y'all was going back and forth and they was telling us he got unlimited funds and boxing gonna be better now. We gonna get the fights. It's PBC fault. I was here. I remember those conversations. Well, it's
because they're fucking bots. That's their goddamn job. They're fucking bots. Their job is to come on here. Their job is to come on like, dude, Claymore Reigns' ass is on Boxing Voice right now.
Oh, shit.
They need him serious. The nigga's on the Boxing Voice right now. Like, I woke because, I didn't do my thing till 9. Claymore is on the fucking Boxing Voice like a goofy. Where's this fucking box truck? Like, fuck out of here, man. You niggas, they ain't doing shit, but you guys they're not organic, truthful people. They are PR agents, and they got hired. This is my opinion. They got hired to set the stage in Black America. These people want to come because this is a large gathering of Black fans. The first thing that they did, I'm telling you, was co-opt the LDBC with Blue Blood. That was the first thing they fucking did. Co-opt them. Have Bill Haney co-opt that shit. You had a huge movement of Black fans called the LDBC. It was so many motherfuckers in it that whenever you would go to like a fight that got announced, the whole fucking the whole stream, that's all you would see. LDBC, dog, they fucking co-opted all of that shit. Paid off every fucking body to break that shit up. And now there is no real unit of people that are going to support Black fighters. Because the people that were on the bandwagon jumped off when they got a little bit of money, and now they're totally fucking compromised because they never grew their channels.
Wow, is that what happened?
Yes, it was, dude. Yes, you can trace this shit back. I can trace this shit back truly to the Jermell Charlo versus Brandon Adams fight. I can track it to that fucking day. That's when they co-opted the LDBC and co-opted new media. They co-opted it because they brought in a bunch of fucking fake ass dudes. I'm telling you, these niggas are not, they are not what they're, it's like it was infiltrated like the FBI, bro. Like you had cats coming on whose names weren't what they say they were. These dudes were fucking coming up with all kind of lies and oh my God, it was fucking terrible. I'm telling you, man.
So for now, what you're saying is like Dean said, everything is Bill Haney fault. I just wanted to make sure that we was all on the same page.
No, you know what? I'm gonna put that shit on. No,
fault.
I'm gonna put the shit on 3 fucking people. I'm gonna put the shit on I'll put the shit on as far as Black America go and being able to support Black American fighters and have a unified voice. Oh no, bro, it's Blue Blood, Dante's Boxing Nation, the LDBC, New Media, Fred, primarily them niggas right there. Those are the niggas. I'm telling you, I was there.
I saw who taking them out to dinner.
Look, they were trying to cut a deal. Look, they were at a PBC fight. They met Devin Haney's people at a PBC fight. After they met Devin Haney's people at a PBC fight, that is when they started connecting and they got with them. What happened? Did they jump out? What happened? Oh, okay. You jumped out?
Nah, StreamYard been acting funny for now. I've been doing the same thing on my channel, kicking this out. I couldn't hear you.
I thought I
think so.
Oh, yeah, bro. No, seriously, man. They sold out around 2000 and is when they started doing it because it took a while to learn how to monetize it. You know what I mean? Like, because you have a lot of people that are working together, that are talking together, and they had to figure out a way to monetize it. So people started. So what Bill did was offer people. This is my understanding. Bill started selling people on, look, man, you guys are doing it the hard way. Why are you doing it for super chats? Why are you doing it for views? That's the hard way. What you can do is and then they said that's when they started getting money if they can help set up fights. So if they got the fight, if the fight is made, they get paid for helping organize the fight. So they want to direct the conversation to fights that people want to have made. So if they are trying to get a fight for Devin, they're going to talk bad about Gervonta and the fight that Gervonta's trying to get, but they're going to speak very, very well of the fight that Devin wants. And you see it very systematically, you know?
Nah, I get it, Fanon. I appreciate your time, man, chopping it up with you, big dog. I'm glad that everybody knows now. All of that turkey saving boxing, he's had 2 years to do it, Fanon. The best year we've had was 2023 when he wasn't here. So let's be clear now, y'all. I don't want to hear no more about no fucking Turkey. Don't bring him up to me. Don't sit up there and tell me y'all can just go over there to Turkey. I don't want to hear that shit no more, okay? We are clear. He's getting out of boxing now. So he's had time to be in boxing, and now he's getting out of boxing. So he said, I thought that guy had cancer. Let me stop. I'll holler at you.
Who had cancer?
I thought Turki Alashik had cancer. He was dying.
He was dying when he first came. They said Turkey was dying when he first came, and he just come in because he's a fan of boxing, and he just want to put on the fights he want to see because he got terminal cancer and all this other crazy emotional shit they was saying to manipulate people.
Hold on. I missed that shit. He had cancer. They actually sold niggas that. That's how hard they tried
in the beginning. In the beginning, that was the first narrative. He a boxing fan. Terrence Crawford, his favorite fighter, and he has cancer. He got a bunch of money, and he a rich person with a bunch of money that can put on fights he want to see. That was the first narrative.
But then it shifted to they shifted from that to he's getting the money from the PIF.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. It shifted from that phenomenon because you exposed it. Remember? We was like,
you exposed it for now. We didn't know about the PIF.
Say that again.
You exposed it. Remember you kept saying that? Remember you kept saying it's not his money, it's not his money. We thought it was just Turkey until it came out that the people that bought EA Sports and the real Prince in them, and it was all his money. It ain't Turkey money. He's a worker.
Oh, they frauding. If that's where it started, If on God, now seriously, if that's where it started with some story that this guy is a Terrence Crawford fan and
Yes.
he's dying, oh, it's hedge funds. It's hedge funds.
All right,
It's hedge
Joe.
funds. That's it. It's hedge funds. It's I hate that he just got bounced. It's hedge funds. It's that simple. It's hedge funds. No, it ain't his money. It's hedge funds. You guys are trying to say, so basically they set it up where he would steal some money for a little bit of time, then die and go away.
Is that what they was gonna do originally?
They're stealing the money out of hedge funds. They're stealing the money out of a trust fund. And they have basically the mechanism that I can see is this.
How can you steal somebody's trust fund though? That seems wild.
Easy. It's not. You get an administrator of a trust. You have every trust fund has an administrator. Every trust fund has an administrator. And there's rules associated with the trust. These people's trusts are so fucking huge that they literally invest money out of their trust fund.
You muted, Fanon.
I'm sorry. Yes, basically, you can order for distributions of money from the trust. So you say you have a living trust. If it's a living trust with a ton of money in it, you can say, look, out of my trust, I want to get $20 million out of my trust because I want to invest it in this particular event. So the guy who's an administrator of it can take $20 million out, move it into a hedge fund from the trust fund itself, because the trust fund has that much money in it. Like, there are people that don't take money out of trust funds. They just get payments, steady payments off their trust fund. There's no, because they're huge. Like, this is a multi-billion dollar trust fund that these people have. I'm telling you, well upwards of $500 billion. So you can get money off that trust and they spend it off that trust. And then if they want $20 million, $30 million, they can then say, okay, I'm going to invest it in what? Oh, I'm going to invest it in this venture. And it's going to be invested through a hedge fund. I know I might lose it, but I'll put it in there. Now, if an administrator has access to that, because the family members can't possibly do all the management of all that, you have somebody like, say, the person with Floyd Mayweather, right? Look what he did. He went to the Teamsters, and the Teamsters were the ones that figured out how to get the money invested into the hedge fund. So in the particular situation where Floyd Mayweather's advisor went and got Teamsters to do it, well, the Teamsters have to have access to money from somewhere. That's probably a fund that has that money in it. And then they just move it over there. So just replace that fund like a Teamsters fund with a very wealthy individual's money or a family, because it's really a family. Like, take, for example, the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds have so much money that much of their money is in trust. Much of that money is in trust. And it doesn't, for different tax reasons where it's held, it doesn't get taxed, but it continues to grow. And all of the Rothschilds extract their personal incomes from the payments or the interest on the investments from the trust fund. So it's just basically, and then you have the banks that are connected to it. But anyway, that's what I see. Because basically you're saying hedge funds, $20 million hedge funds, where are you getting $20 million in cash to invest the fucking hedge funds? Well, the only ones that I know that got enough money to do that and be dropping $100 million here, $100 million there are the people that I'm talking about. So once you start talking about people that are just wasting money, it's a finite amount of ways that you can do it. But yeah, that's how that would work. If take for me, for example, if I get paid all my money out of a trust, like every year I get a certain amount of money, depending on this, depending on that. And then somebody that's administering the trust for me says, hey, Martin wants to invest in something. And they go to the trust, the board, and they say, okay, well, Martin wants to invest how much? Martin wants to invest $100 million in this. And then you got people that will okay it and rubber stamp it. Yeah, that's called basically, and they just push it through. That's called embezzlement, but it's still a way that you get it done. And there's plenty of Chicago hedge funds, Chicago companies, and I know specifically of 3 that have deals and do business with these guys' money. So yeah, man, and then the fact that Floyd is hanging out with somebody that knows how to do it, I know exactly who Floyd is connected to. I know exactly
So
where.
that's why Floyd want to keep running them exhibitions.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
it's making sense now.
yeah, like, look, think if you can get somebody to invest in this fight, you just, hey, I got an event I want to put together. It's going to cost, I think I'm going to pull in $200 million worth of revenue. It is, it's going to be a 10-round exhibition in Japan. And I can get you, if you invest the $30 million, I think I can get you $10 million. I can get you your 30 back plus 10. And they say, okay, no worries, Floyd. Boom, we can run that. Because you got an ongoing business that was approved, right? So now when this guy says, okay, yeah, I will support these guys, now these guys think they got a fucking open checkbook. And they start running with the shit like an open checkbook. That's what it looks like to me. I think they're treating somebody's trust fund and a specific trust fund that I know about like an open checkbook. And once I started telling people that I think you're treating this shit like an open checkbook, all the money got shut off. Because I'm telling you, I think it's that. I'm telling you, I think it's connected to the Greek bank. I do. Because when I'm telling you these people got money, I'm telling you they got literally banks with vaults and storage areas of gold, like that are centuries and centuries old. Their wealth is so dope that they literally can, when the price of gold increased and doubled, their wealth doubled just off the price of gold and silver and diamonds, because they got all that shit stored from centuries ago. Tell you, man, they got them stored in vaults. And anytime they want to have access to any money, they can go to their vaults and they can pull gold out of their vaults, put gold on the market, put the money on the market. They can do all of that stuff. So when I see somebody that's been around them spending money like they're like, just take, for example, if you were walking around the house with Floyd, this is what it feels like to me. Like if I see you walking around the house of Floyd with just you, me, and Floyd, right? I mean, just me and you and Floyd. I ain't got no money when I'm walking in. You ain't got no money walking in, but you walk out the house with $50,000 in cash. What am I supposed to think? Nigga, you got that money from Floyd. He's the only person I know walking around with $50,000 in cash. Give him his money back. I don't have to see you. So what I'm saying is when you see trust funds handing out $20 million to fighters, spending $300 million in exhibitions, even when you see the Dana White getting saved by people that are like, okay, we'll invest $7-8 billion a year in the UFC because we like the UFC. And they're going to put it through Paramount. Like they're Paramount, yeah, give them this contract. Come on, man. That's people, I know whose money that is. That's them Greeks' money. That's them Greeks, that Greek money. Promise you. Those are the only people that you know got money. Only people got money like that. And let me explain the difference in their wealth. These people have old money, like really, really old money. It is, and I think I've said it, I'll say it again. They have the gold. They have diamonds. They have silver. They have all of these metals in vaults. They don't have paper money where you're doing a trade and, okay, now I'm a billionaire because of the difference between my stock and what they think I can sell it for. No, that wealth is expectation. Like Elon Musk has got, because of his stock, can have $400 million in value because they value the stock that high, right? Well, what happens if the stock goes down? He loses all his money. With these people, they never lose their money, no matter what your opinion is. Why is Greece the poorest country in Europe? Dude, it's a fucking country, you goddamn idiot. The poorest country in Europe is worth way more than you are, stupid. Fuck you talking about, dumbass. It's the poorest country in Europe. That doesn't mean the people that own the country are poor, stupid. You don't know anybody with any older money than Greek royalty? Are you stupid? These people have had money for 5,000 years. Like the fuck are you talking about? I don't even care if Greece is the poorest. It's a fucking country, dumbass. It's a fucking country. Thank you. And those Germanic tribes, they have had money for a long time. But anyway, you can say what you want. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you, Turki Alashik, this is not his money. You guys have been claiming that Turki Alashik was worth $20 trillion, and he's not. He's an employment He's an employee of an investment fund that says that they're not investing in America. So the answer is, where's the money coming from? Since it's not coming from him, who's getting the access to the $20 million the $40 million that the hedge fund says that they were ready to invest in Errol and Terrence? $40 million they were willing to invest in that. They were willing to invest $10 million or $20 million in a BOK Prime fight. They were willing to invest $150 million in Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence, or $300 million really. Where'd the money come from then? You guys want to tell me about shit ain't realistic, but what the fuck? Where'd the money come from then? In what world do you exist? Do we exist where the UFC loses their ESPN contract because they lost all kind of money? They're under all kind of investigations for fixed fights, but yet miraculously they get saved with a $7 to $9 billion investment in the UFC from Paramount? Come on, man. Let's not act like we're stupid. The $9 billion, I know, just asking a question, bro, it's not, bros. It's not. You can answer your question. Why is Greece the poorest country in Europe? First of all, it's not. Second of all, it got put in austerity. Austerity because of what? Corruption. Because you had so many people stealing money is what happened to them, and they got put in austerity. Then they came out of austerity. However, that does not mean just because Greece, the country, is in austerity, or Greece, the country, is in economic issues, that wealthy Greeks are not worth more money than you can imagine. Because the wealthy Greeks are worth more money than you can imagine. Okay, just like wealthy Brits are worth more money than you can imagine. You can understand that Saudi Arabia has people that are so wealthy, but you can't understand how Greece would. At the end of the day, he said, Fanon, it's obvious they know where the money is coming from. Exactly where you say it is. That's where the money's coming from. Greece, Bulgaria, and Romania, bro. Greece, Bulgaria, and Romania got a lot of money. I don't give a shit if you're poor, if a country is poor. That doesn't mean you don't have wealthy people in it. You have billionaires in Africa, in poor, quote unquote, nations. Okay? The fact of the matter is, bro, you didn't get this money from Saudi Arabia. You guys are lying sacks of shit. I'm sorry, 2 cents. You got anything you want to cook on? I kind of was going too much.
Oh, no, I'm just curious. I'm just curious how this all gonna work out, especially with the $7 billion thing, because I mean, I think they just had a UFC event that didn't do too well. So I think it's all gonna show. And I'm not sure if these people are tied into the 7 to 9 billion and they just gonna have to take a loss, or if it's contingent upon the performance of the UFC. Because the TKO thing is not really even included in that. It's like WWE and UFC, they just kind of slid the TKO thing in there from my understanding. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
oh, this is another thing I wanted to ask you about, Fanon. So
Yes,
since the
ma'am.
legislation and stuff didn't get passed or whatever, and you see Ja Opataya going over there to TKO with the belt, what happened with the no belts, and we not fooling with the sanctioning bodies? Like, how is that gonna play moving forward? Because now Zoof was just another promotional company like a Golden Boy or something. Because you recruited Ja Opataya and he has a belt from one of the sanctioning bodies.
Well, if the UK money, if the Saudi money, we'll call it Saudi money, which I don't believe is, maybe for the stuff in the UK it is, but I doubt it is there either. When that money stops, which it already has, the undercards ain't even looking like anything. Anyway, when that money stops, then the money that's getting paid for these fighters is going to go down. And you're going to see a lot of people that are going to be inactive, hoping they can wait on it. It's not going to come, and they're going to wind up fighting. Meanwhile, we're going to have a lot of fights getting paid for that we don't really want to see. Because if they're not getting paid to actually, if they are not putting on fights for the purpose of actually making money in the events, or you're just going to see a bunch of garbage ass matchups that nobody really wants because they come from the imagination of the promoter instead of like actual people that want and tell you what they want to see, which is something other funny I want to talk about too, Sam, because that's the main thing that these guys do when they jump on channels like yours, jump on channels like mine, is that they want to make it seem as if people don't want to see these fights. People don't want to see this or they don't want to see that. And so until these guys can't make any money by doing that shit, they're going to keep doing it. You know what I mean? That's what I see. And it's going to just continue to, maybe, they say like when you got real problems, man, I'll put the link back in the chat. Sometimes you got to hit rock bottom before you can come back. Boxing may just need to hit rock bottom. Yes, Toussaint.
I mean, I think we're getting close. And man, I mean, it's just not the same, it's just not the same without the PBC. I don't really have that same expectation, not expectation. I haven't really had that same anticipation, so to speak, for a fight like I did when those PBC fights would be coming up, And it didn't matter if it was for a title or whatever. It was just good matchups. This whole title, a belt, that doesn't make a matchup better because it's for a belt. And I don't think that people really understand that. So they tried to turn boxing into this accolade sport, and that's all that matters, and this and that. And it's just, I don't think it's going over too well. I don't think it's going over too well at all.
What's not going over too well? I'm sorry.
Trying to sell boxing is all about the accolades, all about the belt. This fight is for a belt. They try to make it seem like if it's for a belt, that's the prestige of the fight. It's like, for none, if I say, you gonna watch such and such and such and such fight, and you're like, nah, I ain't gonna watch that fight. And I'm like, it's for the WA belt. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it now. Like, no, that doesn't happen. People want to see good matchups.
Like, it's just, you need an actual fighter that people actually want to see. Like, you just have to actually have a fighter that people actually want to see. Like, people actually want to see Gervonta Davis fight. They actually want to see him fight. Actually. Like, really in their minds, when's his next fight? I can't wait to see his next fight. That shit is not the case with Shakur. It's not the case with Devin. It's not the case with any of these guys that you're trying to shove down our throats. And the media coverage of this shit is so fucking, man, I don't mean to call these dudes out, man. I'm not, you go on Twitter, you're on Twitter, right, Toussaint?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
There was a conversation that took place around Clarissa Shields and Alyssa Bumgardner. And I read the conversation, bro, and I was like, this shit is completely and utterly manufactured. The whole fucking conversation. Like, there was a YouTube dude who does interviews. I don't want to say his name, but he's out of New Jersey. And he was going back and forth with Ray Jackson, right, who's out of Texas. And the conversation that they had was so it was just a bot-ass conversation. That's the only way I can see it. It's like you guys are saying, I really like this fight. This is one for the culture. Yeah, we really need this fight for the culture. It's like, you guys are so fucking plastic. You know what I mean?
It's not genuine.
It's not genuine at all. Like, yeah, we need this for the culture. We need this for the YouTube streets. What the fuck? Dude, fuck out of here, man. Like, you guys are just in it. You guys get on camera and be a fucking actor, bro, and just keep your acting on an actual fucking television screen. You guys are getting in the way of fucking conversations, trying to discourage people from wanting something that they want already, then trying to convince them, what you really want is this. Like, man, you guys are influencers for sure. I mean, that's what you're trying to do, is influence people. Man, let's just talk some fucking boxing and let the shit land where it may. If Top Rank gets a fucking big-ass time fighter that excites everybody in the world, and man, that's the dude, then cool. Support the fighter, and it happens to be Top Rank. If the fighter happens to be with Golden Boy and it's a spectacular fighter, cool. But no, you guys want to make sure that you don't want anybody to be a superstar other than the guy that you're supporting so you can ride that wave to the top with him. That's what you're doing. You a bunch of fucking scabs, hangers on, and bullshit artists, man. Telling you, this shit is disturbing to me. Like, there's no,
Yeah,
these people are just not fucking real.
I don't know, man. It's crazy, but it was good chopping it up with you for now. I'm
Man,
gonna hop
thank
back in the
you.
chat.
Thank you, 2 Cent. Appreciate you. Yeah, I be spazzing them a little bit with 2 Cent, be asking them good ass questions. But I'm serious about it, man. The inactivity is already happening because fighters want $20 million a fight already. Yeah, man, you pay these guys and they're not going to fight. You give I mean, look at what Canelo Alvarez is about to do. Canelo Alvarez is going over to Saudi Arabia. He's not going to fight till September. He's going to fight in Saudi Arabia on an all Mexican card in Saudi Arabia. What the fuck is that, bro? Like, that shit is absolutely fucking terrible. Who cares? Who wants it? What good is that doing anything other than the people, maybe to satisfy a contractual obligation he has where they actually have to pay the money up, but because they can't get the money from somebody else. Man, I'm serious, man. I hope man, we need to get this going, bro. Yeah, please sub to 2 Cent, man. 100 million for Bud and Canelo was, man, they said that they paid over 100 million for that fight. Like the fact that he paid that much is the reason that the fight is big. The fight is big depending on how much money you can waste from investors in fights that didn't know that they were investing in the fight. Let me repeat this. You get a bunch of money from people that didn't even know they were investing in the fight because you have a bunch of administrators out there that are fucking embezzling money. That's what it looks like to me. And the embezzlement is over with, believe it. The embezzlement is over with. So can y'all start fighting for regular sums of money? The fact that they are saying that he's getting $9 million, bro. What in the world would Tefimo Lopez get $9 million for? And what's with the 9? What's the 9? Why the special number 9? Also, I'm wondering why you guys use the numbers you use. Why are you saying $9 million? That seems like a very funny number to be paying him $9 million instead of $10 million. Why not $8 million? Why not see zeros, fives? Shout out Fanon for letting the people know about the real in boxing. Thank you, Jay Smooth. I'm just telling you, man, you guys look like you guys are running a scam to me. And your boy is he's going live less and less and less and less. I can understand it, bro. Because you guys can't afford it, man. Man, I'm serious, man. Shakur, Stevenson, and Tefimo Lopez card. I am excited about it, though. So that's too deep for them, Martin. Yeah, it is, 2 Cent. I'm just telling you, bro. Like, man. It's all about signing your soul away, your personality selling, you deny, flip it, it's a 6. I'm just saying, what's with that 9, bro? They said Claymore's, okay, Blue Blood's supposed, I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. Blue Blood's supposed to be go live less. Yeah, there's a lot less super chats and shit going on out there. Seriously, bro, it's not enough money. There's not as much money as there used to be in live streams. Because nobody wants to talk about the shit that you guys want to talk about. Seriously, man, you guys don't want to leave black folk alone. You want to tear down every fighter we get behind. You know, you guys want to tear down every fighter that we get behind, bro, so that you can oh man, you guys are race baiters. You guys only like him because he's black. Now y'all niggas is fucked up. You ain't got no interesting fighters, bro. Tyson Fury's coming back, though. Hey, y'all. Tyson Fury's coming back. AJ's coming back. I know you guys are excited. AJ's coming to take over American boxing. Hey, bro. I feel sorry for dude. Seriously, bro. Like, seriously, Fern, I kind of feel bad for dude. I kind of feel bad for dude. Dog, I kind of feel bad for dude. He went through a tough life. He went through a tough life looking like that, bro. Hold on 1 second. Yes, sir. FBA. What is FBA? Yeah, I'll ride with that. FBA boxing. Yeah, man. Oh, that. No, seriously, man. You guys wanted to sell. You wanted to sell AJ over Deontay. You want to sell Terrence Crawford over Errol. You want to sell David. You want to sell Devin Haney over. You want to sell Devin Haney over Gervonta. I mean, every time we did the FB, you guys are tearing down. You tear down Jermell, Jamal. Also, you can help build these guys fighters because you can get the people behind them. I know what y'all are, y'all dog whistling ass niggas. Everybody wanted to have a movement. We're gonna call this the Fanon boxing movement. My boxing movement is I think I will support these fights though. This week's card ain't bad. Andy Cruz, Khalil Cole, Madmarov, and your boy Jaquan. Omar, look, man, Jaquan need to stop being a dick, bro. I didn't appreciate that, Jaquan. I didn't appreciate Jaquan Moses being a dick at all, bro. But yeah, man, God dog, man, come on. And they pay that much money and lose all that money. That's why Hearn and DAZN lost so much money on fights they was putting on. Yeah, because it wasn't their money. Yeah, they lost all that money because it wasn't their money. They're losing other people's money because they got unlimited funds. Ain't that what you said, Claymore? They got it. We got unlimited funds. We can spend money forever. It'll never run dry. We can always spend more money. There's no need to sell tickets. There's no need to sell pay-per-view. Matter of fact, just sell the pay-per-views, because if you sell the pay-per-views, then nobody will watch the fight, which means these fighters won't grow, and we can overpay them and put them on a wall, put a block on them. Very ingenious way to destroy Black American fighting, bro. Overpay guys that don't sell, put out hate campaigns on the dudes that do, then put everybody behind a paywall that nobody wants to pay for, and then lie about all the impressions and all the money that you're making off fights that nobody watches, and you probably don't even want anybody to watch them because you're so busy fixing the fights. Lord have mercy. Can we say a prayer? And I'm not even being sarcastic, man. I want you guys out of business so fucking bad, bro. Hey, man, can I tell you? I don't want to tell you about them things. Man, I can't wait till y'all go out of business, bro, for real. And PBC, though, man, can we please get these PBC to announce a fight card, man? God, dog. Zell thinks he from the streets. Who is this? Who is that? Who is Zell? Is Zaquan? I don't care who's from that. Blue blood got hair weaves for braids. Man, that's a fugly ass little dude. I can understand why he got hair braids. Anyway, and they paid that much money and lose. Yeah, they're gonna lose all the money. Jay Smooth said, show love and support for not always being authentic. I'm trying to be authentic, bro. I'm trying to be authentic, bro. It ain't easy all the time, you know. It ain't easy being greasy, bro. It ain't easy being greasy. I got 20 more minutes in case anybody else wants, but we're going to keep going with the grind. So I'm going to repeat my thesis. Jermell Charlo offers to fight Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis needs to fight Jermell Charlo. That is the perfect fight for Jaron Ennis. Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo should not be concerned about the activity, how long it's been since Jermell Charlo fought. That is a bullshit. That is bullshit. That is just some horse shit thing to say to try to dissuade somebody from making a fight with somebody from the PBC because bullshit blue blood has decided that he is going to be on a personal vendetta, him and Fred, against the PBC. So any good PBC fight, any PBC fight is bad. We get it. You've been doing it for years now. Please go the fuck away with your bullshit. I am very happy to hear that you're going live less often. If that's true, I doubt it. I think that you are a pathological liar. Pathological. You guys were pathological schemers, pathological scammers. You guys don't know how to tell the truth. You don't feel comfortable telling the truth. If you tell the truth, that makes you feel like you're doing something wrong because you're supposed to be out here sneaking and you tell the truth. Oh, I'm telling you, oh no, I told the truth. I'm letting the game is to be sold, not told. The game is to be sold, not told. You're not supposed to tell anybody how you set people up. You're supposed to get paid to set people up. I can tell people how to get out of contracts. I can tell people how to get out. What? Hey, dog, didn't y'all hang out with Deontay Wilder? And Deontay Wilder miraculously, after he lost, said that people around him stole all kind of money from him. Did you notice that? How Deontay Wilder said that people around him wound up stealing a ton of money from him? I wonder what that was about. He didn't give a lot of details other than his brother and his wife were stealing from him. The guys that you were helping you get them fights, I wonder if it was them. I wonder if it's those guys that were getting money. Yeah, Wilder said the people around him were stealing a bunch of money from him. Found out that guys around him were stealing a bunch of money from him. It's not Shelly Finkel. He's still with Shelly Finkel. So I wonder who was stealing all that money from him. I remember when they tried to get him to go over there to DAZN, and DAZN didn't give him all the information. Yes, people were stealing money from Wilder. That's what he said. You know, you had Derek James try to get over on Arrow for about $2 million after they were no longer working with each other. So, you know, it's just a vicious world in boxing, man. But I really do miss the days that we were waiting on an Errol Spence fight. Miss the days when we were waiting on a Gervonta fight and a Jermell fight. I miss, quite honestly, bro, you know who boxing misses right now? Boxing is missing Vasily Lomachenko too. I miss Vasily Lomachenko fights, man. Vasily Lomachenko was legitimately an exciting fighter to watch, and he was a very, very good fighter. Fanon, you remember Top Rank and Eddie Hearn said pay-per-view was dead? Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said. Maybe pay-per-view is dead. Maybe just, but it ain't dying. Man, they just make it so expensive to watch boxing. Is it that expensive to watch UFC? Maybe UFC pay-per-view is dead. Maybe they're taking the UFC. Maybe if TKO takes over, or not TKO, is it Zufta? Zufta takes over. If Zufta takes over, maybe pay-per-view can be dead, but I doubt it. Because as soon as they get a good amount of people watching it, they're going to charge you to see it. I'm telling you, I think the Super Bowl is going to go pay-per-view, bro. Super Bowl, man, watch till they put everything behind a paywall. Everything in American entertainment behind a paywall. Because that's where that looks like where it's heading, man. But yeah, I remember that. Zuta said a lot of people glad Loma wasn't 6 feet, 160. Yeah, Loma could fight, bro. I miss Loma, man. That's Gervonta Davis is supposed to get that Lomachenko fight, bro. And Lomachenko would not fight him, dog. All that shit that Lomachenko talked, all that shit y'all talked about Lomachenko and Tank. Tank was going to fight Lomachenko, had it lined up to fight Lomachenko and didn't do it. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you the facts. The Super Bowl going to fuck around and be pay-per-view. Like, they're just going to drive everything, man. It's just ridiculous, man. It is, man. It's ridiculous. Got to find a way to monetize everything. And after you monetize it, you have to find a way to continue to make more money. What is that twice, by the way? What is that, Jay? What are you talking about twice? J-Man 96. Who is Zell? Who is Zell? You say something about Zell. Who is Zell? Who is Zell who thinks he's from the streets? Like, I'm telling you, man, this shit is crazy. Oh, man. God, dog, man. Oh, Loma ducked twice. I mean, yeah, he didn't want it. I'm sure somebody got in the way of the fight, too. I'm sure the powers that be, the lower level powers that be, decided that Gervonta was not going to get paid because you have some lower middle managers that think, oh, Zaquan. Oh, okay. Man, yeah, Loma, I'm telling you, man, I think it's some lower middle managers, bro, that are fucking over Gervonta. Lower middle managers, and it takes a while to figure out who they are because they think they slick and nobody can ever see you. And that's why they thought they could steal all that money without anybody ever catching them. That's my personal opinion, is that they think that they can steal from people because they didn't think anybody would ever be able to catch them. And the reason that they can mistreat people like that is because they never thought anybody could do anything to them. But somebody did something to them. I'm telling you, man, somebody did something to them. And this somebody will do something else to them later on if they continue to try to be cute, bro. You know what I mean? Because you get cute in sports and you fucked around and you found out you playing with people that you shouldn't be playing with. Doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And now it's going to take a while to unravel everything and get it back to normal, where normal people can make livings doing normal things without having to worry about a bunch of fucking impersonators jumping on here who have no intentions on giving real information to the people that are talking to them. That's my big problem with you guys like Blue Blood, Claymore Rain, Ray Davis, you fake ass people. You guys are definitely terrible for boxing because you don't talk about things that you really think. You're not giving people a real insight into what fans think. You're impersonating a fan. And when you impersonate fans, you get a bunch of bots, and then whoever you can sucker over there to watch you, you sucker them. And then you think just because you put it on some really high, man, let me see. Man, did y'all see Bernie the Boxer, bro? Does any put a one in the chat if you know who Bernie the Boxer is? Bernie the Boxer is trying to go legitimate, bro. Bernie the Boxer in Terrence Crawford's camp, bro, has got this guy following him around with this very expensive camera, spending all kind of money to produce his videos, which he is now going to be more professional and let you know what boxing fans think. Bernie the Boxer is officially gone. I can't believe this is how phony this shit is. He shit on Keyshawn. I'm just telling you, bro, that dude is nothing but now, I'm not saying he doesn't know his boxing, but that dude is get the fuck out of here with that. All the money that they're going to spend on this dude's shit is not going to work, bro. I watched Hagler and John the Beast Mugabe. I might have to do that, man. He shat on Keyshawn. I mean, you know, Keyshawn is a trip, bro. But Keyshawn's going to get, how much is Keyshawn getting paid? $50 million? He didn't shit on Keyshawn. That's false. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, Bernie the Boxer really does know boxing very well. So in large part, I wish him the best. I do. In large part, I wish him the best. He said Key could have lost the weight. He said he was scared. Oh, I didn't hear that. It's on Mill City. Yeah. Bernie the Boxer just said he didn't know Keyshawn drank and he missed weight on purpose. Did Keyshawn was drinking every day? I heard something about that. That Keyshawn Davis was drinking every day. Is that correct? Was that right? I heard that Keyshawn Davis was drinking every day during the time that he was training. Yeah, that'll get you over. That'll put you in overweight, man. I know Keyshawn Davis deals with mental health issues, man. So, it can be tough, man. It can be tough. I'm sure it can be tough. But look, man, let me get up out of here, man. Thank you to everybody that supported the channel. For real, for real, for real. Can't wait to boxing picks up. Hopefully it'll pick up soon. Hey, man, tell me anybody that's go on record right now, because we only have 11 days left. We have a fight this weekend, a fight card this weekend. I should call that fight card. I think Keyshawn lying for attention and sympathy. Yeah. Bernie said he was not aware that he was not aware and that he would not be able to drink because the workouts they was putting him through. Okay. Who knows, man? Who knows? But look, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna see y'all later on. Today I might go up. I might go on MH Blackwell a little bit later. I don't know. With that, I'm out. Deuces.